back to my channel. It's Friday, so I'm doing Friday reads. I'm in the middle of a whole bunch of books, so I'm going to share with you what I'm currently reading. The first two are my library books. The first book was due yesterday, so I'm already in the lateness. But it's only 10 cents a day, and I don't want to buy the book. It's cheaper just to try to finish it and owe the library 50-60 cents. So here we go. The first book that I am currently forcing myself to finish is Shelter in Place by Nora Roberts. I really enjoyed the first two chapters, and then it got a little slow for me. So I did read most of it. I read, 253 pages. And I'm not picking it up, but now I'm forced to pick it up because it was due back yesterday. I want to finish it. I don't have that much more to go. So that's this book. So that's the first book. The second book, the library is also calling for, this one's due on the 25th. So as soon as I finish the Shelter in Place, I will be trying to finish this one, which is All the Beautiful Lies by Peter Swanson. I enjoyed what I read so far, but I didn't finish it yet. And I had to return it to the library. I am on page 105. So there is like some twists and turns in this one. A father dies and the son goes back to find out, was it an accident or was it murder? So yeah. I'm enjoying it, and I don't have that much more to go in this one as well. So that's the second book that I am going to attempt to finish for the library. Okay, moving on to my own books. A book that I picked up, and I thought it was going to be a 5-star because I couldn't put it down. But I had to pick up my library books, so I stopped reading this one. But I was reading The Running Dream by Wendelin Van Drunen, and I really enjoyed what I read. In 2 days, I think I read 165 pages, so it was leaning towards a 5-star, but I did put it down because I need to finish my library books. I hate when that happens, but I am going to finish this for the month of June, so I don't have that much more to go, and it was a fast read for me. So yeah, so that's that one. Okay, Tome Tuple is coming up. It's a readathon that are books that over 500 pages. So I have 3 books. If you've been watching my channel, you probably could guess 2 of them. But I have 3 books that I am reading tomes of, and in the last week of June and the first week of July is Tome Tuple Readathon. And I'm going to attempt to pick these books up and try to finish them. So the first book that I am reading is The Outsider by Stephen King. This one is 560 pages. So it is over 500 pages. I started reading this with Ashley. I read the first portion of it and I really enjoyed it. I'm on page 103 right now. So I did read 100 pages and I enjoyed what I read. I love when they put court cases in there. I haven't read court cases in a while. If you have been watching my channel, you know in my previous videos I did mention that I was going to become a court reporter in my earlier life, but I didn't like switching from job to job. So I wound up being a legal secretary in my 20s, and I did enjoy reading lots of lore books, especially John Grisham. I was reading all his books in the 1980s, so 80s and 90s. So yeah, so this one, very interesting. It's about a little boy who is found murdered and raped. It is very graphic, so if you don't like graphic, he really describes what the boy looks like. So yeah, it's very graphic. It might have trigger warnings if you so just to be warned. But I enjoyed what I read so far, and I will be continuing this one. Okay, so with Jen, I was reading this one Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. And yes, I had this on the side of my bed. How far did I get? I got to page 231. So I have a lot more to read. I was physically reading this, no audiobook. Yes. So I will continue reading this one. And I did enjoy what I read so far. It's just that I get bored very quickly, and I jumped from books to books, and I am definitely a mood reader. I sit down, I say, okay, I have a half hour to read. Which book am I going to read? And I try to stick with one book at that half hour. But I need to pick this one up and read more. Jen said it was really good. She did finish it. So, yeah. So that's that one. And the last tome that I need to finish. This one I got pretty far in. It took me a while, but yeah. I know a lot of people hate this series, but I really enjoyed it. It got me into reading. I just haven't read the fourth book yet. And the fourth book is this one, Breaking Dawn by Stephenie Meyer. Yes. If you've been watching my channel, I'll go through the story again. I didn't know there was a fourth book. I read the first 3 books before the triplets were born, or around the time the triplets were born, and then I didn't know the fourth book was released, and I didn't know until I started watching movies on TV, and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't remember that in the story. So I had to stop the video, the movie, and go to get the book. So I did acquire the book in the last 4 years, but I haven't finished it. How far did I get? I got to page 520, so I've read a lot of it. I need to finish this book. Yeah, and mark it off as read. I have a bookmark in here, and yeah, I need to finish it. So I know it's not the greatest writing, but it does get me to read. So yeah, so I'm going to continue reading this one and finish that. So I forgot to mention, what have I been watching on Netflix? So I watched the whole season of The Staircase, yeah, it's about Michael Peterson. His wife was found on the bottom of the steps, and it was his whole court trial and all that. He is a writer, so I like to check out his books. I don't think he has that many books out there, but I think he has one book out there about Vietnam War, because he was in Vietnam. And yeah, I finished that whole thing, and then I started watching The Haven, and I think that there is a book based on The Haven, but I have to look that up, and if I find it, I will put in the notes below. And what have I been when I've been watching it, what have I been doing? I've been doing my diamond painting. So do you want to see what it looks like now? It's amazing. It's getting, I did a lot. So yeah, so I'm gonna flip my camera over, and I'm gonna share with you what my diamond painting is starting to become. So here we go. Remember, I'm working on this diamond painting. This is a picture of my triplets on their bar mitzvah. I sent them my image, and I've been diamond painting it onto this canvas, which is really huge. So I've worked on the top, and I've started working around, this is the top here, and I started working down the side. So I'm going to lift it up to share what it looks like underneath. So yeah, so that's the Torah on the top, and if I do it this way, here we go. And I started doing the side. So here you go. Look at all those diamonds. So I've been watching TV, Netflix, and doing this. I did all the way down the side, and then I also did a little bit over here. So I'm going to pull it down a little bit. I started working on Naomi's hair. Yeah, so that's what my diamond painting is looking like so far. It's amazing. It's a lot of fun. It's monotonous, but I do watch TV or listen to an audiobook. This time I've been watching TV. So I watched the whole Staircase. I think it was like 8 to 10 episodes. So I watched the whole thing. And now I'm watching season 1 of The Haven. So yeah, it's coming out really nice. So that's it. Oh, and I also ordered this from Amazon. This is how I'm getting it done. Because I have my glasses and the numbers are so small, I need a magnifying glass. So this is what I have been using. It also lights up, which is really cool, and it works by battery. I'm going to light it up so you can see. I do this with one hand. It's hard to do. See, it lights up, and then let's see if you can see. See, it lights up, and then you could see it bigger. So this is what I've been using while I'm watching TV. See, you can see Naomi's face, which is really cool. So yeah, definitely worth this investment for this thing. I love it. And yeah, and it lights up, and then it can see what I'm doing. So yeah, if I remember, I will put the link to that below if anybody needs to buy one from Amazon. So today I am going to Weight Watchers, so you will have a Weight Watchers video probably tomorrow or the next day. And I go in for a weigh-in. This will be my 6th week check-in, I think. I think it's 6 weeks. I'm doing very good on it. I'm just hoping that I lost a little bit this week. It was hard again with end of school and graduation and all the eating out. But I will do a video about that tomorrow. So have a safe summer. Happy reading, and I will see you in another video. Bye.